Hey everyone, Mammoth here. So, on this game I'm going to try to show you guys how to do a proper engagement with Swordsman units. This video I think is quite excellent for new players, but also even players with a bit more experience on the game I think can take a few tips here and there on this game. So, on this game we are going to talk about two big concepts. The first one, don't blow your units. Don't make all of your units go together in one single unified groups. Try to always move your units together like this. One unit in on space. Never, in infantry, at least in the Swordsman and all infantry units in general, never try to make all of the units glove together in one spot. And then the second biggest thing that we are going to try to see on this game is how to properly try to flank all the time the enemy units. If you have that options, not always, depending how the situation in combat is going, not always you have that option, but if that option presents to you, how to properly flank the enemy units. So basically that is what we are going to try to see and to learn here on this video specifically. Just out of curiosity, if anyone was asking themselves why I left stakes back here, it's like I say, a small present for any enemy unit that decides to come here in the high grasses, and I leave like this, a small present for them. So, moving here, we detect our first enemy. Like, this is a disconnected player, but someone is controlling this unit, and the person that is controlling this unit is doing a really good job with these spears. So, in a sense, spears are the best unit on which I can show you guys, this. So, if you have noticed, spears, when you try to fight them, like, they are a front wall, and being the front wall, never try to engage with all your units frontally a spear. You are going to lose that combat. Even more on the higher tiers, tier 7 and above, the spearmen are really good against swordsmen if you try to face them head on. So the idea is leave one unit to be the frontal engagement, and then take the other two units, or if you don't have two units, just one unit at least, to take the flanks of the enemy. So this unit of mine take the front, this one took the right, and this one took the left. The person that is controlling this disconnected player is doing a great job. He's using the power of the phalanx to the maximum. He's slowly always retreating the units, and if you guys notice a spearman retreating back, moving backwards, and I find that extremely funny, can basically be faster than you moving forward with your units. So again, I'm doing exactly the same thing here now. I was fighting this unit, but since some backup has come for him, I took one of the units that was pushing forward. I sent this unit over here to move to the right, and this unit in the left to keep attacking the disconnected player, and my central unit to attack the new phalanx unit that appeared against us. And this right unit is to try to flank over this cross here. So one unit, middle flank, and going by the side. Now I got some support from the cavalry, and this support from the cavalry was excellent, but at least what he was able to do was to stuck the unit right at the spot that it was. Now, for example, be aware of what this player is doing. Like, this player is doing exactly the opposite of what I'm doing. Is globing all of his 3 units. I believe it's 3 units, or is 2 units. No, it looks like it's two units. But he's globing his 2 units together. Instead of, for example, sending one unit to do the front unit, and then send another unit here to do a flank attack. Or since there was this third spearman unit over here, you should have take one of your units to do one engagement here, another legionary force to do engagement against this guy, and leave the cavalry to attack the back of these units. So as you can see, the unit that I'm being trying to surround all of this time, even now I'm still pushing, you see, I'm still pushing. I'm losing damage, but I'm still pushing so I can go in the back. On the other hand, again, pay attention to what is happening here. This is really important part. I have one unit to the front, this unit attacking the side, and this unit over here doing the other flank. So 2 units in the flanks. I'm even ignoring these guys a little bit because I'm attacking these guys directly to make them roots. And as you can see, my units are like a circle. Let me see if I can. No, unfortunately I cannot do this in a replay. My units are like a circle rotating the enemy. On the other hand, if you guys notice with this player, he has 2 full units of Roman Legionaries tier 8 exactly like me. But just facing a single unit, he has lost already like 50% of the HP on both his units. And he simply cannot progress forward. He cannot simply progress forward against this unit, and you are going to keep seeing, like the enemy doesn't even need to lose time against this guy. Since one of his units is enough to attack 2 of the enemy units, he's taking one of his spearmen to attack me on this case. So I kept the perfect surrounding with my cavalry. This unit is dead. Now I can turn one of my units around. And with this guy, I'm going to do exactly the same thing. I'm going to try to cross over and attack his side. These units can go up forward, and I'm going to try to surrender. I'm going to try to surround this unit, you see? Always moving around, always doing. Right flank under attack, center. And I'm going now, like with this unit, left flank is under attack. And this unit is easily killed, like also a perfect route on these guys. So this was a small confrontation just here on this area, but I think that this is by far the best example I can give you guys how to properly do engagement against enemy units. Even if you have superior numbers, like was our case, we had 5 units of Roman Legionaries and one or two units of ally cavalry. But if I simply decided to do as the other player, as the other Roman Legionary decided to do a frontal, I blow off all my units and with all of my units attack the front of the spearman unit, I will have lost much more troops, and that engagement will have taken much longer than what it take. For example, another thing that I can easily show you guys is the only unit I used my ulti was my second unit. As you can see, it's in cooldown, because my first and third units I didn't even need to use my ulti, because these guys were always flanking. So if I decide to use my ulti, I will end up losing my ulti because of no engagement being done on the 10-second time. Because players a lot of time think that faster and doing frontally the engagement is the best, but it's not, guys. Take your time, try to move around the enemy units, and that is going to end up giving you guys a much better result on the best majority of the engagements that you can do. Now we are going to see a second example of exactly of what I'm talking about. Again, this is disconnected player, but someone is controlling these guys, and again they are not doing a bad job. So the idea of this player now, and he's doing again an excellent work, is to protect his back, so he's getting himself against the wall and try to make a frontal attack. If I decided to group my units and attack this unit frontally, this spearman unit frontally, this spearman unit would have the advantage over me. But since I decided to not do that, I sent, like on this case I sent 2 units because I only have 2 flanks in my choice. So I sent 2 units to make a more or less sideways attack, and the other unit to go the back and a back charge. So with these I get the perfect route The guy is going to root, and now almost full HP, like 60%, 65% HP unit was totally rooted, and I'm taking no damage, and it's a free unit from me. Now, since we have so many people over here, and the cavalry, like you guys maybe didn't notice, but one of the things that you should do when the cavalry is going to charge you is exactly what, like, can you see the arrow here? Is exactly what I did. Make your units face forward to the charge unit so you lose less HP. And now with the help of my allies, like this guy is totally surrounded. One guy is doing the front, I'm doing the side, the cavalry is doing the back, so at this moment there is 3 players doing what I've been doing so far only by myself, basically. So another, like this guy again was totally rooted because of attacking in all the flanks, and basically a full unit is down with basically no cost for us. Again, I turned face forward, I face forward with my units. I even did a charge to counter the charge of this cavalry and try to do maximum damage. Now I'm going to do something that you guys should try to do when you still have stakes to do. Start putting stakes in the terrain, like I'm doing. I'm getting 1 stake here. I was trying to get 1 stake over here, but the stake was cancelled. And then I got another stake here. Why? Because this is to try to stop the cavalry. Because now the cavalry, as you guys can notice, they went from here. They tried to enter here, but they can't because of stakes. So they need to keep going around. Like they could try to enter here maybe, but they are trying to go around to do the decap. And we have almost the decap done. Now he's just going to do a charge to try to do any damage possible. And as you can see, the result was basically all of his units dead, no cavalry units whatsoever to talk about. Oh no, my stakes end up being done. Okay, nice. And yeah, if everything had gone right, GG right here. But unfortunately for me, there were archers or slingers, I don't know, here on the high grass, and they were able to get the decap. So the other thing I want to show you guys is because of the way that I did my engagement so far, look at this. 5k aggression because of that. The rest of my team has like 1,300, 1,000, 1,200, 1,400 almost, 200, 600, 600, 200. So as you can see, the way I did my engagement was quite good, even for me to get a lot of aggression points. So I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope this was able to teach new players that have problems how to perfectly engage against enemy units, at least with the Swordsman units. This type of tactic can be applied to Roman legionaries, of course, barbarian units, and any other type of Swordsman units. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I hope this video was helpful for you guys how to do proper engagements with Swordsman's units. And yeah, see you guys next time. Bye bye.